I'm on the board of directors for a group called Voters for Animal Rights. We're focused on pushing forward pro-animal rights legislation and also pushing forward pro-animal rights candidates. And that's a very important step that I think the movement needs to take next. Because you take something like a fur ban, for example, and it's doing great on the West Coast, isn't it? You got me. Thanks, Eric. Very windy. It's Tyson Foods is messing with the weather to try and stop us vegans. So we've seen the fur ban is doing great on the West Coast. Yeah, Berkeley, West Hollywood, and just now you heard about San Francisco. So when is that coming to New York? That's the next question. When is that coming to New York? And I think there's some great activists doing some fantastic work. I see them. I've been out with the Canada Goose protest. I think there's a lot of really great people doing stuff out on the streets, but we actually need to get some stuff pushed into legislation. And just a quick primer on what's an effective way to talk to your elected official. If you call your council member tomorrow and say, you're a horrible person, I hate you, you're terrible, why haven't you supported a ban on fur yet? They're probably not gonna call you back. However, you go up to them and say the fur is unethical, unnecessary, and many industries are actually ditching it. Would you support a ban on fur? Then we're getting somewhere. I also want to talk about a case study because even sometimes, we're as polite as possible. You can be as polite as you want. Thanks. And even find that some elected officials, you're not going to get what you want because their ideology is not yours. So I'll bring up Kirsten Gillibrand for a second. Not to talk smack on her. I'm not here to talk smack on anybody. I think she's a progressive champion on so many fields. But what if she was also vegan? Wouldn't that be kind of nice? And the reason I bring that up is because the dairy industry is so powerful, especially right here in New York. And we actually have something on a federal level called the Dairy Margin Protection Program. And what that is, it's like a fail-safe for the dairy industry, so that if they are making less money in sales on dairy than they actually spent to produce it, the government comes in with a fail-safe, a backup check to make sure that they can recoup costs. And Kirsten Gillibrand, our New York State Senator, was in February talking to strengthen and streamline that program because the dairy industry is failing. And we're effectively, your tax dollars subsidizing a failing industry. And I just think that if she were vegan, she would let the dairy industry die the death it needs to die. So I'm gonna cut it now to an end because I know we're running over time, but quick show of hands, has anybody here ever even thought of running for office? You don't have to commit right now, just have you thought about it? So I got a fair amount of hands. Okay, who here, raise your hand if you would not necessarily run, but support a vegan candidate's run for office. All right, look around, okay, because the future is vegan. Thanks.
All right, Jabari, one more time, ladies and gentlemen. You got my vote, sir. You've got my vote for sure.